I said they make Sam. I don't think I've ever met. I might have seen him in one of their older videos. Apparently he's got a channel. Again, I didn't know it. I had to go back to Kevin and say, "Oi, Mush, you haven't put your mate's fucking channels in your video." X Hardcore Gamer X. X. There's either X in the middle, I think, really. Triple X Hardcore Gaming. Sounds right up my street. Unfortunately, it's not that kind of channel, so I unsub straight away. No, I'm joking. But yeah, links. I'll say I've not watched the guy, so I don't know. I can't comment, but I'll watch any fucker. You know, as long as they entertain me and they're not boring. So Sam, if you're boring, you're fucking out. You ain't gonna be mentioned next year, mate. So book your ideas up. Get some Triple X Hardcore Gaming on the go. Not you though. Maybe rent someone to come and do some videos for you. Completely derailed shout out this is. Let's get a bit sensible. Come on, let's get sensible. And this is the perfect person to get sensible with. Old Steve Davis, Cine Steve, Ray Parler, Jimmy Retro. We've talked about. Honestly, Jimmy Retro, nail on the fucking head. If you don't know who Ray Parler is, he's an ex-Arsenal player. But a bit of a legend, to be honest. I think he played for England as well. But if you watch Cine Steve, like, so this is like, because I know Alex and people that they don't like football, but just go and Google Ray Parler, even if it's just like, I think I listened to a radio interview or something like that. You don't want to see it, you just need to listen to it. And just close your eyes and just listen to Ray Parler talk. And it is Cine Steve. It is Cine Ray Parler Steve. Bang on the money. Cine Steve, absolute fucking solid gold guy. Really is. He'll look after you. He's got an eye for a deal as well. He's got an angle for a deal all the time, Steve. Amazing collections. Go and watch his videos. Really knows his Amiga stuff. Fucking, gaming wise, fucking hands down. Amazing collection. And I say, a really fucking nice, genuine guy. Even for a ginger. But no, I've got something from Steve, so we'll come again back to Steve later on. But Steve loves his. I was going to say he loves his arcades, but he loves gaming. I mean, unfortunately, he's a sensible older soccer fan and not Kickoff 2-1. That was what I was going to say about Mr. Bads. I wanted to fucking have a game of Kickoff 2 with Mr. Bads on one of the Amigas. I fucking knew there was some outs. I know that Cine Steve played Addy Sneaker Freak on Sensible Soccer. Again, if you watch, I can't remember whose video it is, but I can see you two playing it in the background. I can't remember whose video it is now. It might be Cadiz's video, which I thought was quite interesting. So that's Cine Steve, I say, absolutely stand-up guy. And he's a bit like Alex. He knows the UK Vackers, he knows the tubers. He's just in the community, Maybe I should just buy an arcade machine and then just wedge myself into the UK Vackers and that'd be it then, But what about them little ones? What about if I buy one of them mini ones? Am I allowed into the UK Vackers, one of them little miniature things? No, Stu. It'd be like someone trying to come into the retro community with a retro pie, wouldn't it? It'd be spat on. Fucking Philistine. Got no class, no style. So Cine Steve's nemesis, the man himself, Retro Dave, who completely threw me. I can't remember who I was talking to, and someone said hello or something like that. I was like, what? I was like, oh, I didn't recognise you. And I jokingly said, I obviously knew he cropped his hair anyway. I think what it was, it's Retro Dave. It's because he's got a beard. He's got more of a beard and he had a shirt on. And I just didn't recognise it was Dave. And we had a bit of a laugh. So obviously Dave's gone, fuck it. And his buzz cut a lot. And he went, you're not doing too much better, Stowe. I said, look, that's a widow's peak, that is, mate. That's coming back into fashion. Bruce Willis style. So we stuck the piss out of each other. But again, I've known Dave for fucking years. Absolutely, what Dave hasn't owned, bought and sold, ain't worth having. Bit like Mr. Bads. You know, Dave's been there, he's done it, he's moved on, and he's just refining his collection. You know, we sat down and had a chat as well. Actually spoke to Dave quite a bit. Compared to last year, I didn't really get a chance to speak to him too much, but I spoke to him quite a bit last weekend, which was quite nice, you know, because it's hard to get time with anybody. He was eating a hot dog, and then Sydney Steve come over. I don't know if he did this on purpose or if it was just on his mind. And he was on about track and field, and I think everybody must have had the button technique discussion with Dave. I don't know. I didn't have too much of a button discussion technique because obviously Sydney Steve come home and started giving him the old bants. That was a funny conversation, nonetheless. But yeah, he was telling me, I was talking about his play choice 10. I tried to move the conversation on swiftly from that. But yeah, Dave's, again, stand-up guy, really, really nice guy. Loves his gaming, clearly. Yeah. More beer. Right, next up. My little sister that I never had. Well, I have got a little sister. I've got 3 sisters, 2 older and one younger. But a little sister I wish I had. Ulster TV. Holly. Oh, bloody love Holly. My little Bab. I always call her Bab. My God. I tell you what. I'm pretty sure if she had the appetite for buying like normal female girly stuff, i.e. clothes or whatever, that she has for fucking games, she'd probably need a whole house to house her clothes. And I tell you what, she ain't short in going forward in terms of what she's buying. Boy oh boy, I'm waiting for that video because I know a bit of what she's bought. I don't know everything that she's bought, but I like her style. And I say I love Holly. She's, like I say, my little sister that I wish I always had. And I think she snaffled a few. I've mentioned this. I think it was Alex's video. Was it Alex's? I can't remember. Does that many videos? But on Scottish Allen's stall, which is PC Engine stuff, me and Rob were going through it all. I said that because he's only got a shoe card, so I put a selection of shoe cards and I put them at the back in a group. And when we went back, they'd all been near enough bought out. And after it transpired, I think Alex had bought some. I don't think Roger, because Roger's got them all, but I think Holly had bought some as well. I said, you bought Rob's games. But Alan gets some more time anyway. But there were some nice games in there. There really was some nice games in there. So I know there's a few bits that have been bought for a certain system, i.e. that. The holster's got. But yeah, say a lot of time for Holly. My little sister. From another mister. You know what you say? I don't know. I'm talking bullshit now. This is going to descend into absolute fucking chaos. A bit like Saturday night. I can't find a clip for this lady. So I'll have to think of something. If I can think of something, we'll put in here now. If not, I finally got to meet Beth Bear. So Beth Bear, she's from Wales, and I didn't ever know what she looked like because you never see her. She's just behind the camera. She's got the voice, and I've watched Beth for a couple of years now, and she's been to Doncaster I think once or twice. Apparently she's seen me. She's never had the cojones to come and say hello to me, which I find very offensive. I find myself very, very approachable, especially at Doncaster because I've not been drinking. But I did manage to see her on the Sunday, which is absolutely brilliant. And it was really nice to talk to you, Beth. Exactly as she comes across on the camera, you know, really down to earth, really grounded, really polite, too polite for my liking. But for the first meet, I'm sure she'll come out of her shell moving forward. Yeah, so Holly went and grabbed her and dragged her over. I hope you had a good time. Hope you had a good time, guys, and bought a few bits. I know that I think Beth was probably advising Holster to buy certain systems and games for it as well. So that might have been the catalyst for some big spendage. Yeah, hopefully see Beth moving forward at some of the events and get in front of the camera. What are you hiding for now? Everyone's seen you. We all know what you look like. Right. Nearly there. Well, not nearly. Well, nearly there now. There's very few events that you can go to, or markets now. Well, this man's not there. Craig's here again, aka Rob. No, his name's not Rob. I told you earlier, his name's not Rob. I don't know where that started. His name's not Rob, it's Craig. Craig's here again, the fucking banana box king. It's frightening. It's frightening the amount of stuff that guy's got. And I say, he's quite right. Them that collect don't do YouTube. And he is a testament to that. Although he has done YouTube in the past. Go and watch some of the older stuff. The arcade machines, if you go and watch them, I do suggest you do, especially the older stuff. All 90% would be a fair statement, Craig, of those machines you've played, because you've played them if you've been to Arcade Club, because that's where they all went. So Craig's an absolute a myth, a legend in the collecting circles, both from from YouTube-y, console-y, home computer-y aspect, up and across UK VAC. I think it used to be known as Indie Jones or something on there. So yeah, he's well known in the circles. He bought a bag of stuff. I collared him. I think I bumped into him on his en route to a certain vendor. I had a route through. There wasn't anything that jumped out at me because this was on a Saturday. Because I was sort of thinking, I just want to be careful what I spend. I mean, and Craig, the way he is, he loves spending other people's money. He's really good at doing it. A bit like Mr. Bads did to, was it Scott? Or was it Eddie? I can't remember. I think it might have been Eddie. So certain people are good at spending other people's money. Craig's one of them people. So I was like, oh, no. And there was one or two things I was like, no, I'll leave it. I said, and he alluded to some other stuff. I said, I'll see you at Doncaster then, because that's a safer bet. But I don't think he managed to make it to the vendor, because I dragged him back down to the other room, and en route to that, he bumped into Roger was there, and then I think he was just basically selling stuff out of his bag. So hopefully he did all right, and then he went to the ex-vendor and obviously did whatever he wanted and got whatever he wanted. So I think it was a good deal all round, Craig. And well worth your coming. I told you it was worth your coming because he was on the fence. Not that I like to think of myself as an influencer or anything like that. You know, in terms of like the highest turnout ever. It probably because I threatened everybody, saying it's the last one. If you don't come now, it's not going to be on it again. But no, it's not. I don't think that's the case. I just think I sent a message to Craig and I said, to be honest, I think everybody's sort of cottoned on that this is the actual proper community, the collectors, the gamers event, really. And that's how he should fucking sell it, because that's what it's all about. Great vibe, great vibe. Right, got to jump about a little bit here. So next up, James and Colin, Let's Talk Retro. Two absolute diamonds. Got a lot of time for these guys. Colin, I asked him, I said, is this Beatmaster Tronic? Because I can't get that tune out of my head when he's done it. This beat is Mastertronic. Even now, just when I think of Colin, I just think of that tune. That's it, done. James is a lovely guy. Honestly, he's such a pleasant man. And apparently, once he's had a few, he's a bit of a one and all way. So I've heard, James. You let your hair down, lad. Fair play to you. But two absolute standout guys. Let's Talk Retro. Obviously, that's their channel name. But two brilliant guys, honestly. Chris, CGM Retro. Seeing very little of Chris this year. I think he was harking for everyone to stay at the Radisson. And then what happened is, obviously Chris is a hotel connoisseur, if that's the right thing. He's a bit of a hotel snob, I suppose. That's probably the right word. Whereas I'm like fucking spitting sawdust. As long as it's clean, safe, and it's cheap, I don't give two fucks. But at the time when Revival was announced, I looked to book there because it's literally it's next to the stadium. It was all booked up. Word on the street was there was a Rod Stewart tour planned or something, and it got cancelled, so all the rooms got cancelled, and everyone was sort of saying, "Oh, cancel your room and come and stay at Radisson." And I was like, I can't be bothered, and that's why I didn't. So that's probably why I've seen less of Chris, because he's probably, I don't know, in his fucking penthouse in Radisson, enjoying himself. But I did see him briefly on Saturday. He was with another lad, I can't remember his name. I did say hello to him. He mentioned him, but went over my head. I think he said he's got a couple of Mega Drive games. I can't remember. I say we had a brief chat, you know, and I think he's come to realise maybe he shouldn't have sold some of the ones he's done. He's got to buy them back again. I said there'll be more money. There are always more money. But nice to see Chris, albeit very briefly. I didn't see him on a Sunday. Right, so the rest are kind of like vendors and people that attended. So Ant Harper, so he was stalling out next to Dana. Always nice to see Ant. Ant's got a great stall. He was there with his wife on the Saturday, and I think he had child labour on the Sunday. And he's a big fan of child labour, is Ant. The Retro Lords, Loz and Bobby. I didn't really see much of Loz. I seen Bobby. I think Bobby scooped up a bag of stuff. Seen him walk past, and I thought, I wonder if there were this guy's stuff, which is Spencer. So Spencer Guest was a chap that was in the sort of the food area, and he was selling bundles of stuff. Like he had a box, like a Super Famicom, fucking massive box with load of games, 130 quid. He had an Xbox 360 bundle, and I thought Bobby had bought the 360 bundle, but apparently Spencer had a bag of stuff that was free, and Bobby just scooped the fucking lot up and ran off with it. So there is that. Who else did we have? Oh, we had Nathan, who's another fellow admin at Retro Realm. Golden Saucer, Flying Saucer, Flying Bedpan, Golden Bedpan Gaming. Obviously, Scottish Alan, also known as Japanese Alan. I would contest him being Japanese Alan, but there we go. And Chris Richardson. So Press Start Gaming. Someone forgot. Was it Scott? Forgot what his channel, what his stall's called. Press Start Gaming. So again, I'll come to Chris in a bit because he did look after me somewhat a little bit, although probably not enough for the fucking amount of entertainment I provided you on the Saturday night. You bastard. That's a good finish. So on that note, let's get to the pickups. Let's get to the shiz. So you've probably sat through about an hour of me just talking about people that you probably don't even know half of them. You should know half of them. You should know all of them. God damn you. Right. Some nice bits here. Some lovely bits. And some bits that I should have already had before. Gift. The gift. The guy that keeps giving is a daft man. And I've got to get him something back for this. I don't know what I'm going to get him back. Maybe a new suit. Maybe, I don't know what to get him. Because I don't know, we'll think of something. From me mate, my good mate Daz. In your own head. A fat PS2. Look at that. Wonderful. No hookups, fuck up. Just give me a fat PS2. Bastard. This is just not any fat PS2. This is a modded fat PS2. So word has it, I should be able to play all the PS1 games. I've not really got it to play back. Well, I haven't got it to play backwards at all. It's basically to play the PS1. Yeah, it's multi-region. I don't know a lot of multi-region PS2 stuff. I probably never will, to be honest. But it was more for the sort of American RPGs. I've got a couple of them on the PS1. So yeah, Daz, thanks man. He's a really nice You can always tell it's popped open. So when I was at the car boots and I picked these up, I always used to look for one that had been popped open because I wanted it modded. I've said that before. You know, the best I got was one that's got the old toilet seat at the top. But that's just a swap. That's a hot swap. But yeah, he's a mad bastard, Daz is. But I love him. Brother from another mother, or whatever you want to call it, as they say. So that's a gift. Is that the only gift? No, it's not. There's one more gift. There's another gift. So, oh God, Bennett. I don't know, early in the year, Alex contacted me. You've seen the video. I bought a load of micro stuff off of him. And he sent me a load of bits because he was moving house. And he said there, he goes, oh, I've got a box for that particular game. I'll bring it to Revival. And he's true to his word. And he's a busy man, is Alex. You know, he's got a lot of fucking plates spinning. And he's very kindly given me a box for Donkey Kong Country Free. Dixie Kong's Double Trouble. Because it's Diddy Kong's Quest. This one is Dixie Kong's Double Trouble. These are one of these weird PAL boxes that looks like the American ones, but they actually are PAL. Obviously, Alex is all about the US. There's no manual. It has got the tray in it, so there's a nice form to it. Do you know what? Like I will say, it's an honest fucking copy. You know, it's not a fako. Would they fake a Kong 3 box? Maybe. I've got a source and manual for that. I'm pretty sure I'm more than capable of doing that. So many thanks, Alex. Again, an absolute fucking legend. Didn't have to do that, but he did. Because that's the kind of guy he is. Right. Was it a gift? Was it a buy off? Beer off? I think he might have forgot, but I remembered. Again, from old Longshanks north of the wall. From my mate Dave Jameson. Manual for Blockout. I mean, I could have bought the game again for like £6 or something. I noticed David had got another lot. Has Blockout got a manual? I mean, Blockout's not a sought after title. And he said, yeah, as I said, he goes, just buy me a pint. I think he forgot because he offered me a drink. I said, no, yeah, I'll give him £20. He bought 2 drinks and he gave me £2 change. So thanks, Dave. Really appreciate that, mate. Nice one. But yeah, it's just a chip away at the manuals. What else did we do? We did a trade. We did a what did Rob call it? A cardboard trade. Cardboard for cardboard. And fat asses have squashed these. Fat asses in the back of Rob's rape van. So Alex, Nintendo Arcade, has the OG rape van. But mate Rob has now got the rape van 2019. Fucking God knows how many people we've got in the back of it. When we left out of it, it must have been 8 people in the back of this van. Fucking hilarious. Fucking, well, it's stupid. Rob wanted to donate it. So all those people in the back of the van, Rob wanted to donate it and catapult you around everywhere. He didn't, because you squash me boxes anyway, you fat ass bastards. From my mate Silly Steve, and he didn't mention this in his video. I don't know if he was embarrassed, ashamed to talk about me. But I had a certain item that he was after. Actually, 2 things. One thing he paid me for, which offset the cost of something I bought here, so that was null and void. And then we just did a straight swap for a certain thing that he needed. There's nothing I was really after. And he said, I've got these. I said, do you want to just call it quits on the pair? He said, yes, fine. Because I was just happy with the boxes and the manuals, but he was just like, just take the lot. A couple of N64 titles, WF Warzone. This was absolutely mint. For fat asses in the back, freaking squished it. WrestleMania 2000 with a hologram. I think Warzones took the brunt. And Kobe Bryant, NBA Courtside. A few I can get them off of the label remover. So they're from Cine Steve. Told you. The nicest guy on YouTube. Bar none. Old Ray Parler. Steve Parler. A couple of nice boxes. I didn't have any of them. I said, look, just keep the carts, flog the carts on, mate. And he was like, no, just take the lot. So it was a nice little switcheroo. He's got what he wanted. Everyone's a winner. Chicken dinner. That's viewpoint. You can't see it because it's just reflecting the fucking stupid conservatory. Even at 6:20. It's not going to be enough. Should be enough. Right. Yeah, because they're all from vendors. So from my mate Eddie Ventura. Again, it was from the lot I bought off Alex, 3 Mega stuff. Eddie won a certain game. He's mentioned in his video. You can go and watch that video out. He got these, fucking hell, from one car boot or something when he bought a Saturn bundle. I said, I'll be interested in them. So he said, well, I'm interested in that game. I said, we'll just fucking swap it. I think he said he gave me a load of crap for it. One man's junk and all that. I've probably got some of these, but I thought I'll just take the lot. And then the actual the demos that come on the Sega magazines. So Sega Flash 7, 6, and 5. Now I think these are from the official Sega Saturn magazine, which I've got the full. I've got every, I've got all issues. Hence why I wanted them. And I may have 1 or 2 of them. I can't remember. And there's a couple from Sega Power number 2 and 3. So he wanted, like, you're going to see the game from the knee. I was like, mate, do it now. So we did, and we swapped games as well. Back in the back of the rate button. No, I'm joking. Although Rob did have a mattress. No, he didn't. On the Sunday, so on the Saturday, did I mention the game to him? I mean, even Eddie's got a bit of a lucid memory, as much as like I might have mentioned on the Saturday. On the Sunday, I'd give him the game, and he was in the back of Rob's van, and I think he was feeling a bit worse for wear. I mean, I know Scott Glory Hunter mentioned that me and Rob were, Stu and Rob weren't the best. Mate, we were fucking loads better than Eddie was, because Eddie was in the back, and was he necking tequila? I don't know. Whatever. Look, he enjoyed himself. That's the fucking main thing. But I know he sort of said, he banged on the van at one point and said, I'm going to be sick, you need to let me out. And I think we managed to park up at the event, and Eddie jumped out. But I think before he did that, before he got in the van anyway, I gave him the game. So just give us a tenner. I said, do you need it? He said, yeah. I said, just give us a tenner. And he was like, that's fine. And unbeknownst to me, and you'll see in his video now, him and Dylan went walking about, this, that and the other. And then he come back and presented me with this. And I was like, and I thought it was his. I said, no, mate. I said, you can't do that. I said, you just bought that. You bought that yesterday. He went, no, it's a different one. I was like, really? He said, yeah. He goes, I managed to get a really good deal on it. He goes, honestly, he goes, it's not cost me what you think it's cost me. And I was like, oh, mate, that's fucking amazing. And he alluded to this. So the story of this is, I had some CEX credit. It was the week before, I think, Revival. And I bought a game, and I was looking at the PS1 stuff, and I seen this one, and I sort of checked it to see how many copies there were, and there's only 1 copy. I thought, oh, I'm having that fucker. Add it to the basket. And I told Eddie this on the Saturday. When he showed me, I was like, I said, you bastard. He's like, what? And then I recalled this story back to him. And I said, and then I got the fucking dreaded email from CX saying, we're unable to source your item. Here's your money back. I was like, for fuck's sake. But then, like I said, unbeknownst to me, on the Saturday, Eddie found it. But then he's gone on the Sunday, and then found another copy. And And I think because the Sunday was a little bit slow for a lot of the vendors, they were just chucking deals out left, right and centre. So he's basically turned around and said, look mate, it's not even cost me probably what you wanted to charge me for that game. So winning, everyone's happy. And I've got Starblade Alpha on the PlayStation. So Eddie would have bought this because it's a double jewel case. But I was getting this from CEX because it's literally the only one on there. And then when I checked to sort of see, is it the Starblade from the Mega CD? And it was. I was like, well, the PlayStation versions, because this is an arcade port. I remember in the arcades, I'm sure I told this to Eddie. In the arcade, just had he sat in a cockpit, 3 massive screens. It was like basically a rip off of Star Wars. You know, the old the trench run and stuff like that, but you're flying over like fucking massive starships. You got to blast them all to pieces. Arcade wise, it was great. Didn't do. I think I have vague recollections of playing it on the Mega CD, and it wasn't. But on the PlayStation, that's different. I didn't even know it existed until I seen it in the CEX. I didn't even know it existed. And sometimes that's the beauty of CEX. You know, if you just have a bit of a trawl, you can find some absolute fucking gems on there. But yeah, really happy with that. Nice one, Eddie, man. And I think you might have said Dylan. I can't remember. I think the pair of you had sort of cobbled together and did whatever. So thanks, Dylan. Thanks, Eddie. Actually, I didn't give Dylan. I've gifted Dylan a game. So hey, what goes? Karma. That's karma for you. What goes around comes around and all that shit. Thanks, lads. I sound super made up with that. I think Eddie must have thought I was a bit fucking nuts. But it's because I thought I wasn't going to get it. You know, because I've been fucked over by CEX. And then when he just popped up with it, I was like, fucking hell. Did not expect that. Right. Some actual purchases. We'll leave them till last. Sticking with PlayStation. I can't remember what they're called now. They were in the bottom room where you had the Vectrex stuff. Behind the Vectrex stuff, you had the guild, was it Nibby's workroom, the one doing all the engraving of the wood. Next to that, and right in the corner, I can't remember the now. On the Sunday, that Nibby's workshop weren't there, so these guys had under the table and they put a load of like crates of PlayStation games out. And I was flicking through them, I seen this one now, I was like, ooh. I know when I did my sort out of the PlayStation shit that you can see there, that I was missing a proper black label version of this game. And I looked at it, and there was no prices on it or anything like that. And I went up to the guys and said, how much is this? And they said, oh, I'm sure we've got another one of them. And they did, they had it all like bagged up in their little sort of proper section. I think they had 15 quid on it. And I went, so would you do 10? He went, I'll do £12.50. And I opened it up, and the one from the crates, the disc weren't great. I was like, oh, the disc it ain't that fucking great. This, that, and the other. And he's like, well, he goes, well, what about that one there? And I'd look at the one that's in the bag. The baggy one was better. So well, that's better. I said, but I'm still at a tenner. And because obviously Sunday was loads slower than the Saturday, he went, go on then, tenner. So I think it's probably still, it's £2 more than it is at CEX, but for £2, I paid £1.50 postage anyway. You might not even get this version. You might get the version that I've got, which is the single disc. It's not the white label. You know when you have the PlayStation ones where they shrink the front cover down and they put like borders around it. Anyway, fact of the matter is, it's the full double dual case loaded. Got a fiver off. I was really cheeky, but I thought, well, fuck it. If he doesn't want to play ball, then fine. But yeah, so I took his good one that was all shrink wrapped. Yeah, lovely condition. I'm really happy to get that. So the one I've got, it's like a single disc. It's got that shrunk down into here, and it's got like, I don't know what it is. It's not the white label, but it's that sort of budget, platinum. It's kind of like the unofficial PlayStation Platinum version, isn't it? Right. One game that I've just bought purely for the insert. But I'll probably just keep this one and move my one on. Liam had this on his store. He had no price or anything. But my one's because faded spine. This does come with a slip cover, but I'm not overly fussed about that. It's Psycho Pinball. What's he called? Fuck, I can't even read that. TA Engagement and TA Entertainment. Anyway, Psycho Pinball is a £5. It is really nice condition. But yeah, my spine's faded for a £5. I love it. When I seen Dana, Liam goes, "I've got that," and Liam went, "I told you Stu was after that." But he said, "Oh, to give it you." I said, "Well, it don't matter, mate." I said, "Look, I seen it on Sawthums. Sawthums had it for 15 quid. I said, "Well, you need to whack about tenner on that then." But I'm only after it for the insert, so I said for a £5, I don't mind that. This is what I said to you before about, some of these, like the manual for block out. That's doable. I should do that. I should get them upgraded. In terms of monetary value, that they're very little. Right. Hopefully I can count. Hopefully. That's the plan. So the two last games. Hopefully that I need. That I do need. For the full Mega Drive PAL UK set. Were obtained. At Revival. Milestone achieved. I haven't counted. That's what I'm doing tomorrow. Hence why the video is now. Because it took me fucking 5.5 hours to do it the first time. Right, so from Lee, from Sore Thumbs, not in the best nick. I have got an upgrade coming for this. Portions of this I promised to another tuber friend, good friend. Paint, games, music, style, fun and games. So Lee did me that for £6. It is complete. The manual's alright. It's not, it's not a minter, but it's a manual, and you don't tend to see the manual these too much. The problem with this is the actual insert's seen better days. It is just a little. I mean, I'll put it into a nice case. Actually, it doesn't look too bad. If I didn't have an upgrade planned, I'd be happy with that. I'd be happy with that as a placeholder all day long. I say the cart's fine. It's just an honest cart, but it is one you don't see. You just don't see it very often. And I know old Longshanks Dave Jameson, he messaged me, he said, "Oh, you still have to fun and games." I said, "Oh," I said, "You seen it on Nick's store?" He said, "Yeah." I think he purchased it for a certain fellow admin, which is really nice. And I'm pretty sure the insert was probably a better nick than that, but it was missing the manual. But it's not going to be missing the manual for much longer. That's how we roll. Right, the last one. And I had loads of people message me for this, and I appreciate everybody, each and every one of you. Numerous people said to me, "Stu, I've got that game. If you want it, I can do it for a great price. I'll hook you up, I'll look after you." And it was probably going to come out of their own collections, to be honest. And then Chris Richardson, press start game, he said to me, "Oh, come and see me at Revival." And there's me thinking, Chris is going to do a nice deal. He's going to give me this game, isn't he? Because that's the kind of guy Chris really isn't. I said, "Where is it then?" He goes, "Oh, it's at the front." I said, "Oh yeah," and I showed him the price. He went, "Oh, call it 20 quid. I was like, "You robbing bastard." But I say I sold something to Steve, so offset it. So for 20 quid, oh fucking yeah. Mr. Generosity himself, Chris Richardson, Bloodshot. Finally, he did have 22 on it. He did. I'm only fucking yanking your chain. He didn't have to sell me for 20 quid, to be honest. But I did have must have been about 4 people messaging me sort of saying, I've got a nice copy, you know, hook you up or whatever. But no, it's fine, I don't mind. I say technically it cost me nothing. I had a game for Silly Steve that he gave me 20 quid for. That's paid for that. Everyone's a winner chicken dinner. Chris Chris can manage to feed his family for half a day. But thanks, Chris. Honestly, stand-up guy you are. There he is. He's a nice, honest, piss taker. Chris is a nice guy. He really is. And like I say, he didn't have to offer me anything off of it. Let's be honest. And I was always angling to get it at Revival to finish it off. So, all things being equal, hopefully, that is done. I still have to count. I'm going to have to double check for my own sanity. So I had 6. I had 6 that were short, didn't I? Let's just recap. So these are the infamous 6. I don't know. A mixture of thinking I've got them, Adam as pal, you know, yada yada yada, blah 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 blah. But that should be done. Last pickups. Big spend on the Sunday. So we went back for a few hours on the Sunday. Because I sort of said to Rob, I said, do you want to go back? And he was like, that's up to you. I said, well, I wouldn't mind just going back to Scottish Islands, just sort of seeing, because there was a few bits there. I still had some money left. I didn't spend as much as I thought at all at the weekend. And I always like to come away with, you know, just, I mean, I'm not saying the stuff I've got there isn't nice, but a few more things to sort of add to the collection. And Alan, I think he even said, he goes, before I bought these, he goes, he'd only made 20 quid. And he's done me an absolute fucking stellar deal here. There's no doubt about it. I say this is when I was talking to Ian Stewart. I had a good chat with him and Alan and Rog and whatnot. This, that, and the other, yada yada yada. All PC Engine titles. In value order that Alan had them on. I'm not going to say the deal he gave me, but it was fucking. I was like, yeah, here you go, mate. Boom. So helped him out, bumped him up a little bit. This one, I did refer to Rog. I said, oh, do you know much about that one? Which he kind of sort of said, not really. You know, and I sort of said, well, I don't think it's too text heavy. We had a quick look online. It didn't appear that way. I've looked when I come back, and apparently it's not. It is quite a short game, but it's quite enjoyable nonetheless. And it's Gotzendiner. I don't know, like fucking German. So apparently it's got the spine. I said, how much is it without the spine? I'm not bothered about the fucking spine. Fucking spine. But it's a CD game. So it looks very much like Little Big Adventure. I say when I come back, what's basically happened is that princess, whatever, damsel in distress, she was captured by a demon in the dungeon. The hero comes along, kills the demon, but at the same time the demon kills him. She gets set free, and you have to escape as her, escape the dungeon. I mean, me and Alan and Roger were talking about it, so pcengine.co.uk or PC Engine Bible, I can't remember what it's called now. They said try it, they put like try it on it. They reckon it was half finished game, but it's quite enjoyable. It's got like RPG-esque elements to it, but nothing that language barrier wouldn't be able to get past. So it's quite slow paced as well. The enemies don't respawn; they're there, and that's it. If you kill them, they don't come back. So I quite like the thought of that. But yeah, I thought well for 16, you know. This one, I saw Alan. I mentioned this to him. I saw because Alan's got a Facebook page. Again, I'll put that down below. It's always useful for heads up, especially if you're planning to go to an event that it's going to be at. And I saw he had this, and this is. Let me get this right. It's a Super Peach Boy game, and the reason why I know about this one is thanks to Mark Hornsborough. So when Mark used to make videos, he said, and all that stuck in my mind is, it's the one that's got the sword on the cover. And when Alan put this on his Facebook page, I looked at it, I thought, I don't know what it fucking says, but you can see the volume number. So I looked at it, and I think it's the only one that's a platformer. The rest are sort of like RPG type things. Again, I just know it's Super Peach Boy, but it's this one. It's volume 32, and obviously with the hue card you get no screenshots. It has got a little foam, but it's an action platformer. And even Alan said, hence the price, because the other ones are like a £5, because you can't play them unless you know Japanese. So that, I mean, Mark must have mentioned that game. What do you reckon, Mark? 2-3 years ago? I retain useless information. The important stuff, forget about it. Now, Alan's had these two for a while, and every time I've gone to his stall, you know, at Donny or whatever, and I've always been a bit conscientious about spending the money and stuff, because obviously Donny's about making money, well, when I'm stalling out, rather than spending. And like I said, because I didn't spend as much, nowhere near what I thought I was going to at Revival, I thought, you know what, I'm going to put a bit of a dent in some of the games. This one I've looked at a few times. I think this one is, again, on the PC Engine Bible, PCEngine.co.uk. It's like a try it, and it's Sun 2. Basically, it's Monkey, isn't it? It's Monkey, like Monkey Magic on the cloud. But some people really rate it, and again, they sort of say try it. I suppose it depends on your taste. It has got the sort of foam and stuff. But again, it's a side-scrolling. I don't know if it's a platformer / shooter. I am yet to play it, and I probably never will, let's be honest. And the other one, which I think is very akin to Rodland and stuff like that. Again, Alan's had this on his store for a while. You can tell because the price labels are different, and it's Don Doki Don. Again, hue card. But yeah, it's a multi-tiered, single screen, sort of platformy type game. All there. So that is that. That is all the shiz, all the shit, all the crap that's never going to get played. It's going to get stuck on shelves here, there, and everywhere, and probably get buried with me. All I can say is, how Paul Tall. Take it easy, YouTube. I'll speak to you soon. Bye bye.